This
Dre
is from
may need to
last
be
year.
replaced with Josh Allen up top, and then keep Josh, and then put Pat Mahomes on in front of C.J. Stroud. That'd be dope.
Let's
Well, good morning.
go.
Happy Sunday morning.
Ow!
You
Wake
guys,
up!
I'm sure you guys could hear. They want to change the logo page, the thumbnail page. They want to take Josh Allen off the top, and of course, these two knuckleheads want to add Brock Purdy and Drake May. I
Hold on.
can't be mad at the
Brock's
Drake
already on
May.
there. Drake's not on there. We got to put
I,
Drake and then move Mahomes.
I can't be
Put
mad
him
at
and
the
Josh
Drake May
Allen or Lamar,
request.
one of them.
Drake May's playing pretty well. Good morning, folks. This is the QB Huddle podcast. I'm Tim, joined by Lowe and Newey. Here is with us on the Sunday morning. Look at this. We got a full crew. This is unbelievable. We got Michael Vick in the house. Who are you
Oh,
wearing down
man.
there? Lowe, who's that? Tom Brady, as a
Brady!
Buccaneer. And I've got the Bears represented with Jim McMahon because they have a huge game today. But it is Sunday morning. We've got a lot to cover. The game's starting in about 50 minutes. You guys doing good this morning? You ready to get started?
Fantastic. We have our coffee. We're ready to roll.
Ready to go? Yep. Coffee.
Let's go. What about you,
In
Lo?
that vein, great job to Indiana University, making
That
sure
was
that Ohio
awesome.
State once again does not win the Big Ten. So congratulations to Indiana. I want to say that was the best football game I've watched all year in college. That was outstanding. Anyway, by the way,
Let me ask you this
the last
before
people
you
to come out
even
of the
jump
Big
on
Ten
this.
typically will win the national championship. So let's go IU. Go get it done. They're gonna. I mean, the Big Ten is now known as the best conference in all of football, right?
Let me ask you this,
You
Tim.
agree? I'm
No,
glad
it's
you
not.
agree.
But
Anyway,
it's
continue.
not. It's not even close. But is this the greatest turnaround you've ever seen?
I mean, it has to be because
It's
I've
Indiana
never.
football. They haven't beat Ohio State since what, 82?
They hadn't beaten Michigan. They hadn't beaten anybody, and all
Wow.
of a sudden they're amazing. It's pretty great. I love it. Great turnaround. I love that coach.
Good for our clients, isn't it?
There you
Can't get
go. Yeah,
mad.
we cover Indiana, see, for our work, and so they're excited
Yeah.
there. They've got a lot to be happy about in Indiana sports. You've got the Colts doing well. You've got IU going into the college football playoff. You got Caitlin Clark coming back this year off injury. A lot going on in a really good sports town of Indianapolis. Anyway, let's get started. I know you guys are salivating to talk about this game. I know that you are because Thursday night probably put a fork in America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. Went into Detroit,
Ah.
and let's be fair, the game ended up close, but we were getting blasted for an entire half of football. There was some tight window throws made that became interceptions. There was one receiver that maybe quit. There was another receiver that had a very severe injury in CeeDee Lamb. It was just a bad night for Dallas all the way around, and I think that's about it for the Dallas Cowboys in playoff talk. But I'm going to let you guys have at it because I know that you love to hate on the Cowboys. Low, you look like you're itching to say something, so go ahead, say
I
something. What
am.
do
I
you want to
wanted.
say?
Honestly, I wanted to be a little. You reminded me. First and foremost, everything I'm about to say, I mean with a genuine, just fan. Okay, it might come off as very harsh, so I want to get this out first. Ceedee Lamb, I hope that you're all right because you never want to see that. He went up to get that ball. I think he put up some maximum effort, and I think you hit your head. You start doing with. That's what we don't like in football right
I
now,
mean, he
right?
did
We
the
don't want to see
Tua.
that.
He did the
Yeah.
Tua, and no one wants to see that.
That's what we don't want to see in football. So first and foremost, after that, okay, right. But man, George Pickens, you cannot. I'm with Sherm on this. Sherman went off. I don't know if y'all saw that. He went in on you can't lack of effort. And then the narrative I saw this morning is the whole time Pickens wasn't right because he was worried how C.D. Lamb was. That's what he was asking. So I don't know how true that is, and it's great to come out hindsight. But yeah, Ceedee Lamb did go down, but he was up and they saw him moving around. But you never want to see that. Um, now back to the Dallas Cowboys. I'll make this real quick.
Oh, please do.
They gonna do exactly what they always do. They buttered y'all up. They wine and dined y'all for 2 games. They got you thinking and hoping that the 17% playoff hope was all on you, and all we have to do is win out. We got to run the table, and look at this. We're looking at this game and this game. Did you forget about the next one? The one that was in Detroit against the freaking Detroit Lions, where Goff decided just to put up 1 touchdown, but still, I'm gonna get my 300 yards on y'all. You know what I mean? He also said, you know what? Let's hand the ball off every which way. Gibbs, you want 3 tonight? Here, Dallas will give you 3. Let's show them that run defense ain't exactly what it is. Man, the Dallas Cowboys, way to go, way to go, way to go, man. Good job. You did exactly what I thought you were gonna do, and yeah, good job, man. Appreciate it. Yeah,
You're
great.
like the kid that got his favorite toy at Christmas.
It's
I'm
great. No, the
sorry.
kid. It's weird. It's weird. It's the kid that is happy because he didn't get a toy. That's the best thing about it. It's so messed up. They just fool Dallas every year, and it's been silence. Look at the weather. It's the weather because Dallas lost. It's just Dallas is tough right now.
Yeah, the Cowboys
Damn.
lost and winter set in. Go ahead, Brandon.
Damn, low. You
Oh no! Hey! Look! Reset button. No one knows what
Cut
happened.
a
Knew he
promo.
go just as
All
bad
right.
because you know it.
Yeah, he
You
did
know
cut
it.
a WWE promo. I'll keep it a little mild on
No,
you
don't,
guys.
don't, don't.
I listen. I think this was more about Detroit than it was Dallas. Detroit had no chance of the playoffs if they lost. Right? They're falling third in division. They need this more than they do. They just do. Dallas is still second in the division. Um, I think right now, especially what you're looking at with the change of the guard with Dan Campbell calling offensive plays, really putting JMO out there now. I love to see that because sometimes he goes dark, right? And with the injury of Ahmad St. Brown, he came in off of an ankle. You know, as a receiver, man, having a third degree sprained ankle is not good. And so they may have shot him up, just displays his toughness. He went out there and got it, and now these guys are really just thriving under Dan Campbell's play calling ability, which I didn't even know he could call plays. And so he took over, and all of a sudden these guys are averaging over 400 yards of total offense. I think the 2 picks did hurt. You know, turnovers do hurt, but at the same time, man, did we expect anything less than what we
No,
saw on Thursday?
no, no, not at
I,
all.
I'm
I
really not
don't know
blaming
about
you.
you two.
You made it close. Like it's obviously it's 30-44, right? But I felt the game was a little bit closer than what it projected to be. They got that
I
last
thought it
second
was
touchdown,
actually worse
Montgomery,
than that.
put him away.
I
Okay.
It's
thought it was
crazy. I
actually.
wanted it. I wanted it to
I
be
think the
close. Wanted
score
it.
the score makes it look closer than the game actually was. I mean, from the start.
See, you were sitting there. I was in the back. We had our Christmas party, so I really didn't get to see. I just noticed you weren't cheering a lot, and then when you were cheering, it just died away. And I
Well,
was like,
we
"Oh,
you
they
know
must be losing."
we start so we're at our Christmas party.
Socks and shoes didn't work,
We're,
did they?
we're in this nice room, right? We make sure we have a TV in the room. We get there. Turns out the TV isn't doesn't have access to any sort of cable or streaming or anything. You essentially would have had to bring your own HDMI cord to set this thing up. They didn't tell us that, and I personally don't carry an HDMI cord with me everywhere I go. That may change for next Christmas. But anyway, so we're watching the game on the bar, and yeah, I mean, right away it looks bad. They're just Detroit's doing what they want. Dallas comes back. I think we got it to within 3. That's when I got really excited, jump up in the middle of everything. Right, I'm like, look at us go! I had my socks. I was dressed up, but I had my Dallas Cowboys shoes and my Dallas Cowboys socks. Right, and so I had to represent as best I could, and they still just and then it just got away from them. And Detroit was the better team, and the fact that we were thinking we were going to get back in this thing. Yep, it was fool's gold. The
I'm
Bears,
sorry,
no.
man.
But the Cowboys, yes. And how? What I will say, I take offense, Brandon, to
That
you
was a
saying this game
genuine.
was
I'm
more
sorry.
important.
I'm sorry, man.
I take offense to you saying it was more important to Detroit than Dallas because everyone knew that Dallas really had to win out to have an opportunity because I'm not sure a wild card is coming out of the East, so you have to win that division. The Eagles do have the leg up there. I felt like if the Cowboys were to lose a game, that was going to be the end of the season. And there
Well,
you
I
go.
just find that sad.
Let the Eagles
I
fall
don't
apart.
think that's right. I think
It is
you
for
can
you.
still win out and
That
still
we
have an
can, but
opportunity. The
we
Eagles
no
can lose
longer.
again.
Let me
You
put it like
split.
this: if we win out, we control our own destiny. Now that we've lost, we have to win and right? We have to win and other people have to lose. So this week, let's go Chargers, beat the Eagles. That's the start. Anyway, I think it's lost. It's too gone. And I'm really concerned for CeeDee Lamb. That was an awful hit. It wasn't really a hit, right? His head hit the ground and
Yeah,
his
he hit
whole
the
Was
body
it
ground.
the
was
jump
up.
pass in the end zone?
It
Yeah, his
was.
body was
It was not
man,
good.
didn't look good.
I mean, the fact that we may be cooked for the playoffs, I don't know if CD should play the rest of the year. Let that head heal completely because that looked dangerous to me. Anyway, doesn't matter. Cowboys are done. We don't want to talk about them anymore. What we do have to do is give the people the very important news of your fantasy picks for the week because I have two self-proclaimed fantasy gurus with me, so I'm going to let them go at it. Low. This is your segment, and Brandon's kind of tail down for the ride here. So go at it. Who's your startums? Who's your situms?
Got you, Nuhi. You just give me yours after mine. We'll go each one. How about that?
I
Starting
mean,
first, I got
okay.
Jacoby. I got Jacoby Brissett. All right. Everyone thinking, oh, it's the Cardinals. Right. No Marvin Harrison last week. Brissett has been the ultimate stopgap for both Cardinals offense and fantasy managers. Here's why. High
Against the
freaking
Rams?
volume. Right. It doesn't matter. The
A
Rams
lot of
just gave up
volume.
three touchdowns to Bryce Young. Okay. So during that stretch, Marvin Harrison didn't play, and he was a top 10 fantasy quarterback for 3 weeks straight. And Marvin Harrison has been ruled out as well. So, you know what I mean? He's throwing the ball. They throw the ball almost 50 times a game. He just broke the
Yep.
record. Yeah, and the Rams are kind of a little beat up right now. They're giving up points. I think they'll bounce back, but not like it's volume. Fantasy, they might lose the game by 20. There will be a lot of passes made. Who you got starting this week, Nuhi?
I got to start Joey B, man. Burrow. I think Burrow's on a
Ooh.
mission, man. This is a desperate game for them. I think this game means a lot. I think they're going to spread the ball around like wildfire. So getting Chase Brown involved, really mixing him in along with Jamar Chase. I mean, last week we didn't really talk about Joe Burrow a lot, just outside of the
There you
hey,
go.
they
Okay.
won, but he actually had an opportunity to throw for over 250 and two TDs. So I think if you're sustaining a playoff spot, Joe Burrow's definitely a good one to actually start tonight. Or
T.
Oh,
today.
Higgins
Joe,
back too, right?
Joey's
T. Higgins
back.
back.
It's snowing in Buffalo, by the way.
Doesn't matter.
Snowing in Buffalo.
Doesn't matter. With those kind of guys, doesn't matter. Like
Doesn't matter.
those
Okay.
guys can just play in that stuff. Like remember Joe Burrow went up there. I think it was in the AFC wild card, and they blew out the. They dominated them.
That was a while ago. Just so you know,
But it was a snowy game.
Buffalo
So
has beat them the last two playoff games.
who?
Buffalo has beat Cincinnati in the last two.
Well, I know that,
matchups
but he
in the
still went
playoffs.
off. He still did
Okay.
good.
All
Do
right.
you not remember
I'm
that
with you.
game
Hey,
where
I'm just
nice
playing
little
devil's
Hey,
turnaround
advocate.
throw in the
I don't know.
hey,
I
snow?
didn't know if you
It went
saw
Louis,
it.
viral.
the tough part, fantasy. Tim has a very hard time
Yeah,
differentiating
I
it's
don't
fantasy.
fantasy,
see. I
dude.
don't
It's
mess with fantasy.
fantasy. It's
But
volume. It's attempts.
I don't mess with
He's
fantasy.
gonna
It's
throw.
weird to say it, win or lose. Fantasy doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, fantasy does not care.
I know enough to know that I'm starting. I'm starting Bo Nix today
Nope,
against
don't
Ooh,
the
do it. He
Raiders.
was
ooh,
terrible versus the Raiders.
I'm
ooh,
starting him. I'm starting him.
ooh.
He's looking
Remember
good the
that
last
game,
couple
you
weeks.
boy?
Division game. I wouldn't. I
I'd
See,
don't
this
stay
is
know
what.
if
away
he would
from
be a
those.
starter.
There you go. That's why I don't play fantasy football
Nope.
except on
All right,
Madden.
let's
That's
get
my
into
Have you
that.
hit in
fantasy.
prize picks yet? Have you hit yet?
He was
Man,
winning a
I
little
won the
bit.
first
Damn.
couple weeks, and then I started to go down,
Ah.
and then
He
and
got
then
they got him like everybody else, and I just let it happen, dude. I just watched it. You win a couple, but then you start feeling like you're the shit. You get
Yeah.
I did
greedy,
like a
and you
big.
start. Yeah,
I did a big
yeah.
bet one day. I lost a bunch of money. I was like, "Whew, I was
Here's where
over
I
that."
screw up. I can win the $5 and $10
You
parlays
didn't
all
get any
day,
money.
but when I start going up to $20, I get cooked. Sorry, Heather. Me and Heather are a team on prize picks, and
Oh
we have
no,
been on an O for run.
I do good with the
We
Mm.
five.
were up like $85, and then
Yeah,
it just got.
Same,
gone,
same.
gone.
I
Yeah,
was like,
Hey,
this is what I
so
get.
yeah.
speaking of being down and knowing when to fold them, who we sitting today? I got Caleb Williams for the Bears. He needs to take a seat, man. He's not
Lay
playing well.
down.
Again, they're winning games, but there's not a lot
Yes,
of
in
volume
spite of
coming
him.
in there.
I got you.
Yeah, fantasy production. He struggled against tougher defenses when it comes to volume. Like he could play well, manage the game, but we're talking fantasy here. Uh, Under 11 fantasy points and outside top 20 QBs versus the Vikings and the Eagles, which are fairly better defenses. The Packers, come on, it's the Packers, right? It's one of the
Yeah,
biggest challenges yet. So
he's
nah,
gonna have to prove
Caleb,
it
he's got to
today.
take a seat. Yeah, he's
Yep.
gonna have to take a seat for me today.
My take a seat is Herbie. Justin Herbert versus the Eagles. He's had a downfall. He's thrown had a couple games where he's thrown some back-to-back interceptions. He hasn't had the volume lately that we're used to seeing, especially the connection with him and McConkey and along with Keenan Allen. They're going against a desperate Eagles team, and so I don't really like that matchup. Granted, it is in LA, but lately he hasn't played very well in LA.
Isn't he coming off
It's
a
kind of
hand
been a
surgery
trend.
too? You don't want to start someone who's just coming off a wrist surgery or something like that, a hand surgery. I think.
Yeah, he just had hand
something going
surgery,
on.
and his
I'm
two
not starting
tackles
him.
are out in this game.
Doesn't look good.
Definitely not starting him.
Sit Herbie.
Yeah, I'm with you guys both. I also would not play Patrick Mahomes today based on what I've seen this Texans defense do to teams over the
Nah.
last 3 weeks.
No, you don't bet against that man.
You know, bet against that man. And it's at home, and the Texans aren't used to playing in cold weather. Have fun with that.
That Texans defense has been dismantling everyone they've played, including Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
They really have.
I'm gonna go to Prize Picks right now. You're right. 'Cause I'm putting it on Patty for sure. I'm betting
Okay.
on
Putting the
Patty
over
today.
on Patty all day.
Absolutely. I bet you have it. All the
Putting the
stuff you
over on
just
him.
said, I bet you have it down too. I bet they have it.
Tim,
like,
what
low
you say,
because-
we're doing the opposite.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
'cause
that's
you're
probably
how
smart.
everyone's
Yes.
That's
thinking.
probably smart.
Yes.
All right.
Do the
Hey,
opposite.
I'll
Because you're
say it.
thinking football like we're thinking fantasy and
I'll
ball.
say it. You do the opposite. I'll send you the money. We'll get rich and
There we
take the
go.
QB Huddle.
Or die
online.
trying.
We'll buy our own network.
We'll
There
buy
you go.
our own studio.
That's right. We'll get our own studio. Hey,
Put B Franks up in a suite.
Newey is
Yeah,
going to be
honestly.
leaving us soon, so let's try to get as far down these matchups as we can.
My doggies are going nuts.
The 6 and
Sorry.
6 Pittsburgh Steelers play essentially a playoff game today at the 6 and 6 Baltimore Ravens. Over the last 3 games, we talked about it on Tuesday. Lamar Jackson has 0 touchdowns, has a couple interceptions, has a couple fumbles lost, has not looked like himself. This is a huge game for both teams. I'm going to go last. New, you go first. Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Who you got today in this one?
Be more. They got to get it done. Be more. Lamar normally never plays very well versus the Steelers. However, this is a wishy-washy
Break it
team.
down.
You just don't know what you're going to get with Pittsburgh. And I think them playing in Baltimore is going to give them a leg up. I think understanding the scenario, they have to win because they know the Bengals are trending. And so I think this is a game that, they squeeze away, but I think they win it by at least a field goal. I'll give them a field goal. I'll give them a battle.
All right. Lo, is A-Rod playing today? Do you have the down low on that? Is he
I think
back
he's
in
playing.
today?
He's playing.
He's
Yeah,
playing.
I think he's
Mhm.
playing, and I'm hoping for a shootout out of this.
Yep.
One, actually, both
I want a
these
good game.
defenses are kind of down. I want an old school welcome to. I know this is a game that Aaron should shine in. If you ask me, if you talk about Aaron Rodgers, right now, can he get the Pittsburgh Steelers to hang around and do the same? I don't know, but the point is, if he goes in there and brings that quick score, off rip, like he probably wants the ball first. Let's go score off rip. Baltimore's defense ain't been what it used to be. We know it as the years make Lamar have to play up right now because let's be real,
He's beat up, man.
He's not playing up.
He's
beat
on
up.
duct
Make
tape and
him
bubble
have to
gum.
be Lamar Jackson. Put that pressure on him.
Yep.
I think a lot of this game relies actually on Aaron Rodgers and that Steeler offense.
All right, that's fair. Man, I look forward to these games every year. These AFC North games are always good. I'm hoping that Lamar gets out of the slump that he's in, right? He's got to play through it. I don't think he's 100% healthy is what the
At all.
conversation is. But I think the Baltimore Ravens are poised to get a big win here, and they're going to have to if they want to stay alive. I think the Steelers are kind of on the downslide. They've been a little bipolar all season. The last couple of weeks, we just haven't really seen the best of them. So we'll see what happens. Here's the game that everyone's going to watch, though. And it's really a toilet bowl game, right?
The Soul Bowl.
These are 2 really bad teams. It's kind of bizarre. We talked about it off camera. The least talked about first overall pick of all time in Cam Ward versus the most talked about 5th round draft pick of all time in his rookie season in Shedeur Sanders. Of course, I don't know that any of us think that Tennessee is anywhere near as good as Cleveland as a whole. This is interesting. Is this a game that Shedeur breaks out, right? 270 yards, 3 touchdowns, plays lights out. He's not going to turn the ball over because he just doesn't do that. Brandon, what are you expecting to see today, Tennessee, Cleveland?
All right, as that's my second favorite team, the Titans. We better not sleep on that defense. The defense is stingy, right? The defense
Defensive
gets
line is
stops and
very
makes
good.
sacks, right? Shador's got to get the ball out of his hands. Do I feel he's going to have a phenomenal 273 TD game? No, but I wish he does. I hope he stays efficient. I project Cleveland winning this. I project a lot of pressure on Cam Ward with that Cleveland defense. I think they'll probably have one of the best games of the year defensively. But I just kind of want to go back to this. I know I'm just reverting, but Steelers and Baltimore real quick. Did you guys know this is 6 MVPs between both of them, and they finally face off? I didn't think we talked
Really?
about that.
No,
That's kind of cool,
that's what I
right?
was.
I mean,
That's kind of
that's
what I was saying. It's on them too. Like this should be
that's
a
that's pretty cool.
slugfest.
Like,
Yeah,
I
it
know
should be
I'm
a
We
reverting
should,
away
we
from the
should see a
Cleveland.
quarterback duel, is what you're saying.
I mean, 6
That'd be
MVPs
cool.
between both of them. Like they're
I'm in.
finally meeting. That's kind of cool.
I'm in for that. I'm
Yeah.
in for that.
Even they may be on wheelchair and crutches, right now rolling in. They be all right. but back to this Cleveland Tennessee man. Cleveland wins this. I think
Okay.
Shedeur gets
You got
second
Cleveland.
W. Yep, in
Okay.
Cleveland.
All right.
It's in Cleveland. I don't know if it's snowing. I don't know all that stuff. You expect it to be cold as hell though. So I think you're going in. You should see both these guys best. They're
34
very
snowing.
competitive with each other. Like they definitely are both going to come out and try to show that they're better. That they're the better quarterback. They're the guy that you should have drafted. Whether it be validation for Cam Ward or hey, look at me, like I'm Shador Sanders and y'all thought I wasn't.
Yeah.
He
Ball
is.
on them.
So let's
I,
see. Let's
I
see.
want them to both
Today's the
ball.
day. Today,
well,
I wish both would,
I
but
want them to
I
both
kind
ball
of want to
out.
see Shador play better because it's expected he should play better than Cam because of the
The
surroundings and
situation, yeah.
the defense situation. But you should see maximum effort from both these guys.
all right.
Agreed.
Well, listen, I play a late night Madden game, usually on Saturday nights, and this was the game that I played last night. I just wanted to
I
see.
bet you he was Tennessee too.
I wanted to see how perfect timing Shador was, and he was on fire last night. He even ran for a touchdown, threw for 3, ran for 1, threw for like 270. That's why I asked you guys all those questions. Would he do that in real life? Keep in mind, I play on the pro level, so don't get too
Shador's a
excited.
good player, man. He just
Okay,
needs
good.
more reps. It's
I
got to
like
slow
it.
down for him. Just like all of these guys, it's got to slow down and just take the easy shit first.
I got
Chip
Cleveland winning
away.
today too. I got Cleveland. I think this will be Shador's best game. Will be today against this Tennessee Titan team if he gets the ball out. Don't sit there, especially with Jared Simmons coming after you. Don't
No,
sit there
sir.
with the ball in your hands.
They got dogs over there
Don't
now.
try to Romo spin because you're not that guy. Just get rid of the
Hey,
ball.
hey, don't
Oh,
throw slugs.
here
Don't
we
don't throw
go.
slugs.
Not.
Don't
I'm
don't.
just
Yeah,
saying.
you are. Yeah,
Every
you are.
time,
That
every
that
time
that
he
was a
does the
low key
Romo,
slug.
every
Don't
time
you even do it.
every time he tries the Romo spin, he gets sacked for like 13, 20
Well,
yards.
he's got to stop drifting backwards and learn
Yes.
how to work up in the
Yeah.
pocket, in and out of the B and C gap. Those are going to be your running lanes.
Yeah. Get
You're
off
not
the
I'll
going up
Romo.
take
the
that
A,
though.
right?
That's
Get
all
off
you
the
That
ever say
Romo
C,
about
waves.
him, and
shit,
I'll
you
take
coasting
that.
out on
That's
the
all
B and
you
C
ever say
gaps.
about him is his oh he likes to take sacks, likes to run around. You can fix that. That's
Yeah,
okay
that's
for a
that's
I
rookie.
just
fixable.
said
You
he
can
was going to have
fix
a
that.
great game, and look how I get attacked for one criticism
Oh,
of
here you
Shador's
go.
game.
No, you tried to throw an old ass dude Romo in there, like a
Just like
spin like
Jerry
Romo.
Judy.
We've seen guys do that. Bryce Young was doing that.
Poor Jerry Judy almost got canceled this week because he had the nerve to give Shador a piece of his
Jerry
Oh,
mind.
he
Judy,
was
catch the
wrong.
ball. Just catch
Yeah,
the
he was
ball,
wrong.
secure it, do your
He was
thing.
wrong. You just said the same thing.
It
Catch the
happens
damn
every
ball.
week. It happens every week, and receivers don't usually get canceled for it. So,
But he doesn't do that to Gabriel or Flacco. Didn't see that.
Right.
But you
well,
do
I
it
That's the
don't.
to a
reason
young
why
You know
guy.
Jerry
what?
Judy.
I wonder why.
I couldn't say because I didn't watch any Browns games before the last couple
Isn't
of
that the
weeks.
Of
guy
course,
that
and you got the nerve to
Steve
talk
Smith?
about Shador. He
Isn't
saw
that the
one
guy that Steve
sack.
Smith called the Jag? That's the guy he called the Jag, right? Judy? Jag?
Just a
Just another
guy.
guy?
Speaking of the
Just
Is he
Jags,
another
just a
guy?
guy? Is he just a guy?
speaking of Jags,
You want to talk about what? What are you looking at?
Yeah.
no, we
The
got Buffalo
Jags do play.
Bengals. Yep, they got that
Well, we
too.
can talk about the
But the
Jags
Jags
next
in
since
it.
you brought it up. The 8-4
Yeah,
Indianapolis
eight and
Colts
four, 8-4.
go to 8-4 Jacksonville Jaguars. You've got T-Law, who's starting to come into his own a little bit, but you've got Daniel Jones, who has been looking really good. Is this game going to tell us whether or not Daniel Jones is really that guy? I think it is. I think this is the game that he has to step up and play really good at to just solidify the spot. But this is a divisional game and is essentially a playoff game. Are you guys? I know that Brandon, you're looking forward to it because you brought it up.
I did, man, because we are sleeping on the Jaguars defense.
Because it's not Trevor.
Oh,
That
oh,
it's
it's
their
not
defense,
Trevor.
bro. They're top in takeaways. I mean, they are really doing some good things. Outside of the Browns defense, this defense is
It,
stingy.
it, I'll,
Stingy.
you can throw the Bears defense in there too because they get a lot of takeaways as well.
Stingy.
Thank you.
But I think Indy's got this. I think Indy's got this. I think this is a desperate move for Indy. It's going to be some good weather. Aren't they coming off of a loss?
They are. And they need to run the ball.
It's all about motivation in
Run
the
the
NFL,
ball.
fellas. All about motivation. Where's the motivation lie? Relies in Indy more than it does the Jags, unfortunately.
See,
Okay.
I
Especially
beg to
coming off the
differ.
L. You coming off the
I
L.
beg I beg to differ, man. Jacksonville's being quiet right now. I like what they're doing. Actually, they're quietly
Me
sitting at an
too.
8-4. And the reason why I say it's not Trevor's because Trevor's not really doing anything different than he hasn't done. He always spreads the ball around to multiple receivers. The difference is he's not on the field as long. The defense is
Mm-mm.
playing well. They're getting him the ball.
Crazy.
They're running the ball with Tootin. ETN doesn't have to run the ball 20 times a game. He can get 20 touches, but in different ways. They picked up Jacoby Myers, which is a great pickup at wide receiver. They got it rolling over there, man. With young talent coming, Hunter's not even on the field, so you know what I mean. Like they're kind of
Right.
set up and they're quietly doing what they need to do within that division. You got
They're
to
top
understand
six
too.
or top seven defense in takeaways.
Houston's not playing, great. That division's up for grabs. And I
It
think
really
Jacksonville's
is.
quietly saying, I want to get it. And Indy started hot, but Daniel Jones isn't that guy. He's a
Mm,
good guy. He's a good
okay.
guy.
All right.
But they're starting to see that. And people had to go look at some old Giant film to see what rattles him. But he's been rattled a little bit, and it's because they're not running the ball. So
Okay. Yeah, this is a division to me that is filled with mediocrity. And I feel like the home teams here probably have a little bit of the advantage. I know the Jacksonville Jaguars play better at home. It's hot, it's humid.
Duval.
You're not in a dome, which is where Indy plays the best at. So I look for the Jacksonville Jaguars to get a big win here today and propel themselves in the playoff hunt. Um, Before that, we have the 4-8 Bengals, who don't let that record fool you because Joe Burrow's back against the 8-4 Buffalo Bills. That record could fool you because the Buffalo Bills have been looking like a 4-8 team, while with Joe Burrow back, the Bengals look like an 8-4 team. They're 17-17 all time against each other, but the Bills have won the last two playoff games. It's in snowy Buffalo. Brandon, you said start Joe Burrow. So do you have a good feeling about the Bengals in Buffalo today?
I don't. Bills win.
Oh, okay.
But
It's
Joe's
going to
going
be
to
a
light it
shootout.
up in a fantasy role because he's going to get a lot of volume, man.
Okay.
He's going to have to play catch up today. I think this is desperate win for both. But again, that home field advantage playing in the snow. This is Buffalo's alley, right? This is kind of where they live in December football. I think Buffalo squeezes this out at least by 7.
By 7. Oh, I like it. He rarely chooses Buffalo. What do you
I
got,
can't
Lo?
do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not choosing him as much as the realist side of
It's
me
the
wants to
same
say,
shit every
yeah,
year,
he's
Lo,
gonna show
with these
up. I can't
guys.
do it.
It's
I'm
the
rolling
same
with
shit.
I'm rolling with Joe Burrow,
Oh my
and he takes
God.
the upper hand now to even it out. Maybe later if Bengals somehow win that division, go on a crazy run, see it meet later in the playoffs. I'm going with Joe Burrow today because Buffalo's not doing what they're supposed to be doing at home this year. Patriots took
Okay.
them down with Drake May at home. It's supposed to be some send off, and this is the last games here. And nah, instead, the last game there, you're gonna get a Burrowhead type performance out there in Buffalo. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
Ouch.
I thoroughly disagree with everything that you just said. I think
I
that Joe
can't. I'm
Burrow
not doing it.
I think Joe Burrow makes it more exciting, and it would be a huge story if they won, even at 4-8. I look at them as like the Cowboys, kind of outside looking in. Joe Burrow coming back was kind of a desperate move. Buffalo, this is a game that can turn their whole thing around and get them back on track, and that's what I expect is for the Buffalo Bills to get back on track, chasing the New England Patriots down in that division. So let's go Buffalo. It is the year of the Bill. I said that since the beginning. Doesn't look like it right now, but I look forward to Josh Allen doing his thing today. Hopefully, he doesn't have to be Superman because that's when he gets himself in
Rem-
trouble. But how
you
about a good old
gotta,
fashioned shootout, right? That'd be fun.
you gotta remember too, man. If the Bengals go 5-8, Baltimore or Pittsburgh, one of them will be 6-7 later. One of them will be
I mean,
oh,
there's a
I'm going
chance
up.
because that division is just about as bad as the NFC West. or NFC. It's not the West. It's the NFC South. Is not very good. All right, or the AFC South for that matter. The 7-5 Texans. Speaking of the AFC South, who are climbing back into this thing on defense. C.J. Stroud is back. He looked good in his return. They take on the 6-6 Chiefs, who just come off a devastating loss. That's right, I said devastating loss to the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas on Thanksgiving. They need this game to stay alive. You both think Patrick Mahomes, from a fantasy standpoint, could have a good one. Low. This game
He's
alone,
gonna
though, both teams are desperate, right? What do you got going on in Arrowhead today?
he's gonna win. It's in Arrowhead. Patty's gonna win. Patty's
30
gonna have a game. The
degrees.
Texan defense is gonna have not. Yeah, I was just about to say the Texans not. They're outdoors, 30 degrees. They're not gonna play as good as people or as they have been. Not as people think. Let me not lie. They have been playing well. This is that blemish on their schedule. So, and unfortunately, Patty's pretty pissed off. So
Well, it's going to be a night game, so if it's 30 degrees now, look for it to be about, I don't know, 20 in the 20s with a wind chill probably into the teens tonight.
No.
Hey, we've
I
got a
don't want to
special
talk
guest
about
on the show. We got Dutton on the show. What do you got,
I'm
Brandon, in
sorry,
this one
man.
tonight? That's all right. Who you got in this big one tonight?
This is going to be a very cold game. It's going to feel probably 19, 15 degrees, 20-mile-an-hour
Ooh-wee.
wind.
Gonna be nice under a
Well,
blanket.
actually, it's 27 miles per hour gusts,
Mm,
right?
mm.
I don't think Texans survived this massacre.
massacre.
Yeah, you woke up a monster, man. You
They
woke up a
lose. It
monster.
puts them pretty far out too with Jacksonville and Indy. Again,
Yeah,
one of those teams is going
yeah.
nine
You,
and
you
four
woke up
today.
a monster. It's been fun while it lasted, Texans.
Well, Kansas City knows they can't lose. I don't suspect they lose tonight when you get a dome team coming to what's going to be extremely cold and windy evening there in Kansas City. I don't expect a lot of points, but I expect the Chiefs to get the upper hand there. The Eagles tomorrow night, Monday night, 8-4 Eagles at the 8-4 Chargers. Keep in mind, Justin Herbert just had surgery on his hand.
Hold
Joe Alt is out. Slater's out. I think they've got a couple of D linemen out due to the Chargers. It's not looking good for them from a health scenario. And then you've got the Eagles coming in they're fairly healthy, but they're limping in from an ego standpoint because they're just getting busted in every which way. They lost a big game to my Bears on Friday, Good Friday, or not Good Friday, but well, it was a great Friday, but Black Friday. Low. Eagles, Chargers, huge game. I think we lost Brandon. We knew that was going to happen here sooner or later. Who do you have? Eagles, Chargers, huge game tomorrow night.
Man, big game. It is. I think I got Philly. I know it's a switch them there on the road. I don't know. I think Philly needs to get, not even needs. They will get back on track. It's just a matter of when. And I think this is a good game to do it. You're inside, a little break from what you had. Go and play this away game. Show teams that you actually can run the ball. Saquon has a day, gets back to form. There's no reason AJ Brown should have 17 targets or whatever he had last week. Um, Lower everything. The dust settles. The Eagles win in a good game, though. A good game.
Yeah,
But Herb's injury, that's going to limit him. We can't
I'm
see it, but it
concerned.
is going to limit him.
Yeah, I'm concerned about Justin Herbert. Taking some hits on that hand during the game. We saw it happen to Aaron Rodgers after he had surgery on his wrist. He took a hit on his wrist. He had to come out for a while. Nose got all bloody, everything else. But this is a tough one for the Chargers. And the Eagles travel, they play well on the road because of the style that they play. And the Chargers, it's not a tough place to play there in LA for them, right? That's more of a Rams stadium than it is a Chargers. So
Who's
I
the
expect the Eagles to do well. Go ahead.
Who's the backup there? Trey Lance.
Who's the backup to who? Oh,
Who's
Trey
the
Lance.
backup?
Yeah, he's the backup. Trey Lance
We
is
could see
Justin's
him
backup.
tonight. We could see him tonight
Well, this game's tomorrow night, but yeah,
or tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. Yeah.
tomorrow night we could see him a little bit. We'll see. I don't know. Harbaugh's always got something up his sleeve, but I think the Eagles a little bit more desperate here. Probably get the big win, unfortunately, on Monday night, and just create that much more distance between them and the Dallas Cowboys. And then this is the game that I'm waiting for. I would suspect because of the length of the rivalry, most people are waiting for this game today. It's a 3:30 game. The 9-3 Bears in the 8-3 frozen tundra Lambeau Field. Green Bay Packers, best rivalry in the NFL, in my opinion. This one is for the division. Could be this game. Well, they play twice in the next 3 weeks. So they play today, They each play someone next week, and then they play in Chicago in 2 weeks. So they could split these, but I think this is essentially who wants to win this division type of game. The Bears beat them here last year. With all that information, Lo, what say you about this game coming up?
I got the Packers winning this one, man. Johnston, this is his
Mm.
first go round against the Packers. That's really who I'm looking at here, the OC. I think he lets this get away from him a little bit at times because that Packers defense is looking real how they started out the season. They're getting back to form. And the difference is Jordan Love. He's balling, man. He's throwing multiple, coming off his highest game touchdown wise. Yeah, he's looking to do the same thing at home in their weather. Sure, Chicago's like, yeah, we got this too, but yeah, you're in their stadium, so
Hmm.
home field definitely is going to take
Interesting.
a major factor in this one.
Well, Ben Johnson, now the coach and play caller for Chicago Bears, in his first press conference said that he really enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year while he was in Detroit. I suspect that he will have a fantastic game plan today. There's no
Mhm.
love lost between these two coaches. Can't wait to see the handshake at the end of the game when the Bears come out victorious. Bear down, Chicago Bears. Let's go. We need a big win today. Solidify
Yeah,
this thing.
yeah.
Let's
So
gain some space.
the other teams playing in that window are the Rams, Cardinals, and the Broncos and Raiders. I'm pretty sure that uh, they're going to be watching the Bears and Packers today. You're not watching
Pretty
those other two
sure.
games.
Pretty sure. Now the Rams, they need a big. They need to come back big today. We're gonna go through some of these other games right now. Actually, let's go through them. We'll start with Rams at Cardinals. Rams coming off a huge loss a week ago. Cardinals don't have their number one receiver. I think you mentioned that earlier. But Brissett has what the highest completion percentage
He's
right now
throwing
over the last 4 weeks. But this is the game
while
the Rams
throwing
know they
50
need.
times a
I
game.
I
Yeah.
got the Rams in this one.
I still have the Rams. I just think that Brissett's going to make it hard on Stafford today. Stafford doesn't get an easy day off. Plus, you're on the road. Stafford is just going to have to show. I think got a little bit too
On the
comfy with where he was
road. There'll
at.
be more Rams fans there than Cardinal fans. Wouldn't you think? It's a 5 hour drive. Come on.
Cardinals have been that gritty team this year. They're really getting behind Jacoby. They have some internal problems, but the fans are still supporting. So it's pretty. It's interesting to see what's going on. Kyler looks to be done. We may have seen his last game in a Cardinal
Yeah,
uniform.
Kyler might be a Dolphin next year. Who knows?
Mm.
Let's. Denver travels to Vegas also in that late window this afternoon. You mentioned it. Bo Nix didn't play good the last time these two teams played. It is a divisional game in Las Vegas where weird things tend to happen. I'm going to roll with the Broncos today. I think that they get it done. I think that they're just a better team by far.
Gino did look better, minus the Chip Kelly. The OC change did look a little bit better in my opinion. Not stat wise, just looked a little bit more comfortable out there.
Yeah,
I can try to give everyone hope, but I don't think it's going to happen, man. Denver's going to win this. Gino could play well. Who knows? But Denver defense
yeah.
is not something to sleep on, and yeah, they need to win.
All right. Well, we're fairly aligned so far. Let's try this game. The New Orleans Saints, with their rookie quarterback Tyler
Show,
That
something like
guy,
that.
that guy. He travels into Tampa to play another quarterback that is playing through a lot of injuries, and that's Baker Mayfield. This team is depleted, just getting beat up, but it's a home game for Tampa. New Orleans at Tampa. I'm going to have to roll with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, also because the Saints do not have Alvin Kamara today. So I'm going to stay with the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Bucks, but it's only because there's some guys coming back for Tampa slowly over the weeks, and there's also New Orleans having to switch their rookie. I don't see it happening. Baker's not going to drop a game at home, a divisional one, that kind of locks him in for certain playoffs. And yeah, nah, because you
Right,
don't want that
right.
division to get close with Carolina. So you take care of business today. I don't think it's any flash and dash. Win by a couple scores though, for sure. I got the Bucks too, man.
Okay. Uh, this toilet bowl game, we have a couple of them today, but here's another one. This one we won't talk about because there is nobody named Sanders playing in the game. Miami at the New York Jets. This
Ooh,
is a game that in the 80s, I will tell you, was must watch television. Ken O'Brien, Dan Marino, the fake spike from Dan Marino. I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about, but
I've
it
seen
was
it.
it was epic. I'm sure you've seen the highlights on NFL Network. Miami at New York today. I've got the green New York Jets. Jets. Jets, Jets, Jets. To get a big win today, I wanted to do that because I haven't been able to do that a lot. This is the Justin Fields not playing quarterback Jets. So I look for them to get a win behind Tyrod Taylor. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Tyrod's playing well, but I can't see it, man. You know what I always say, man. Jets are gonna jet, and Miami's kind of figured it out, man. They're running the ball again.
Achon's really good.
I got a friend of mine. He done told me that's what he's good at. Like he's not a head coach. He's a run game coordinator. That's what Mike
Yeah.
McDaniel is, and yeah, that's what they're getting back to. Tua can't just keep stepping back and throwing the ball to nobody, closing his eyes. That's always bad. But I got the Dolphins winning, man. I think they figured out what they got going on, and the Jets are gonna jet, bro. The Jets are gonna
You
jet.
got the Dolphins in
So
this one. All right.
yeah, I got the Dolphins.
I do believe the Jets are wearing their rival jerseys today.
Oh, at least we get to see
So
something
if
cool.
that's true, those jerseys are fire. Okay, here's a game where two quarterbacks are making their return. Both drafted in the same class. One was number 2 overall. One was number 9, I believe, and that's JJ McCarthy. So you've got the Washington at Minnesota in the dome. JJ's making his return. They're still down, I believe, the entire left starting line for the Vikings. And then you've got Washington kind of limping in with Jaden Daniels coming back off that horrific elbow injury. I'm glad Newey's not here right now because I don't want to get double teamed by this. Who do you got today?
Obviously, I have Jaden Daniels, and it didn't matter if Mariota was playing. He's not. JJ's not playing well. Okay, and I don't know when he's gonna have a breakout game. Even the games that you like to highlight on his 2 wins, right? Because he does have two. You want to salivate over those. He got him out of holes that he dug himself. It wasn't the team. Minnesota's defense is getting a little tiresome of him. They can say what they want, but they're trying to stick with this guy, but he's not playing well. And I don't think it's all his fault. I think the entire quarterback room, like Newhy was saying, is not playing well. And the defense is getting pissed off. Justin Jefferson's getting pissed off, especially when all the rumors are saying that he's coming to the Patriots next year, which I would love that. Drake May could use, somebody else. But yes, no, I got Washington winning this one. JJ has another game where I don't think he has. I'm hoping for you that he doesn't have a 50s because you're going to get it if he's in the 50 as far as completion rating or QB rating. Hopefully he's above the 65, throws a touchdown. Just don't turn the ball over, and I think JJ will be okay, right? You're not going to throw over 200 yards. We know he's not going to do that. So I just don't see why the excitement's around JJ other than you. Maybe it's because I'm around you. We talk a lot, so maybe that's what it is.
All right. All that said, I'm kind of with you. I think Washington will win the game. They're the better team right now. I think Jaden Daniels is better than JJ McCarthy at this point in their careers. I hope Jaden can protect himself, stay healthy, although Minnesota hasn't seemed to do any damage to anyone all year. JJ's back. I hope he plays decent because I don't want my phone to blow up. If he doesn't, I'm turning my phone off. But I look for Washington to get a big win in Minnesota. Okay. Last game we got to talk about. This is a fun one. This is a game of two journeyman quarterback that have been paid a lot of money. The Seattle Seahawks travel into Atlanta to play Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons. I played this game this morning. I will tell you, Seattle should have a day based on what I did to Atlanta this morning. But I look at Sam Darnold having a great season. He's got great tools around him. They run the ball well. Seattle knows they need to keep winning if they want to stay in that playoff hunt. I've got Seattle winning today in Atlanta. That's a noon game, by the way.
I got I'm with you. I got sorry,
You're good.
Seattle as well, and Jigba's gonna go off. He's gonna have a day behind Darnold. I think Jigba's making Darnold look really, really good, but so did Justin Jefferson. So that also shows that Darnold can feed the ball where he's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Atlanta has a decent defense, but they're not gonna do anything crazy um, outside of like their base, what they're going to run. Um, it's kind of a lost cause over there, and Seattle needs to win. So I don't know if this will be a super exciting game. I might tune in and out of it, but I do have Darnold in a fantasy matchup, so maybe I'll pay attention a little. It's at home. I hope they don't drop it. This also could be a game that Seattle, messes up. So anyway, speaking of playoffs,
Anyway,
that's what he needs to be, right? That's where the Seattle that's what I think of when Seattle. Will do they make playoffs? That's what I want to hear talk about. So start there. Start in the NFC, man. What's his playoff picture looking like?
So here we are. The Bears sit atop the NFC right now at 9-3. The Packers at 8-3-1 can, I believe, at least get a share of first place should they beat the Bears today, and then they would have the tiebreaker. So that's why that's such a big game. The Rams sit at 2. The Eagles at the 3 seed at 8-4. The Buccaneers at the 4 seed because they are ahead of the division. With Atlanta probably losing today and hopefully Tampa Bay getting a win, they pull a little bit further away. They had a little bit of a downslide. The Seattle Seahawks at 9-3, believe it or not, are vying for a wild card spot right now because of the Rams also being at 9-3 and right now having the tiebreaker and being in that second seed. Packers looking at second place in the division right now, so they would get a wild card, and then the 49ers would round this thing out. They are at 9-4. So you've got a 9-4, 8-3, and 9-3 team in the wild card, while 7-5 Buccaneer team could win that division and get the first home game. So a little crazy there, but that's what happens when you play in a weaker division, right? What are your thoughts on that? By the way, here's who's lurking. The Lions, 8-5, lurking. The Panthers of all teams lurking at 7-6. The Cowboys have them lurking at 6-6. The Falcons 4-8. Listen, I think it's the Lions are the team that's lurking right now. I don't believe in any of these other teams. So the Lions do have a shot to get in, but based on what I'm seeing here, it's an outside shot unless the Bears completely tank the rest of the way. And they do have to play each other here in a couple weeks.
So the Bucks are only 7-5. That's why the Panthers are lurking as well. They're 7-6 without a bye, I think. So, yeah,
True.
Tampa slips up, and now they're the ones outside looking in. Um,
That'd be
but
wild.
yes, if we're talking about wild card wise, I think the Lions are the only ones really chasing it. But hey, if the Panthers and the Bucks win, they're now 8-win teams too. So the last wild card spot and a division is still kind of up for grabs over there, assuming everyone else handles out like they're supposed to.
Wow. And everything, I look at the NFC as just a wide open type of scenario. I mean, the Seahawks at 5 right now could somehow wind up as the 1 seed. The 49ers even have a track to get to that 1 seed, as Brandon will tell us all the time. So
If the Packers win today, all of them do
that
right now.
changes
So
everything. So there's going to be a lot of movement. The Bears could go from the 1 seed all the way to a wild card to the
yeah,
7th. I mean, that's how crazy this thing could get. Love what we're seeing. This it's a lot of parody, but it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of fun for us to talk about. Let's go to the AFC, which is a little bit more clear cut, believe it or not. The Patriots sit atop the division with the 1 seed at 11-2. The only team really to challenge them currently is that 2 seed Broncos at 10-2 with a tough matchup today on the road there in Las Vegas. The Patriots have a bye, so they are idle today and just kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the fruits of their labors. The Jacksonville Jaguars team we talked about a little bit ago, that division we know is up for grabs. We've got 3 teams in that division that could win it, but they sit at the 3 seed. The Ravens somehow, some way right now are at the 4 seed at 6-6. That's going to change. I think that certainly will change. The Chargers at the 5 seed. So they are in currently. The Colts at the 6 seed. So the Colts, who we've been talking about all year, who came out on fire, somehow are in the 6th seed, while the Jaguars, who we never talk about, have climbed their way back to the 3 seed. And that's a big game today, right? They could flip-flop positions today. And then the team that's holding on for dear life, like Leonardo DiCaprio in the Titanic, and that's the Bills. Josh Allen was just hanging up. Don't let me go. So today's a big win, a big game for the Bills. They have to get a win. Teams on the outside looking in, of course, the Texans. We know that division's up for grabs. The Steelers, their division's up for grabs, and somehow or another, I don't know how, but the Chiefs are still alive at 6-6, and part of it is because their division or their conference not doing great as a whole. You don't have a lot of top tier teams like we have a lot of 9-win teams in the NFC. You don't see that in the AFC. Wow, a lot of movement could be made here, right between
a
now and
lot
the
of
end of the
lot of
year.
movement. A lot of movement will be made. The Colts play the Jags. The Chargers could lose to the Eagles today. There's a lot of movement
Tomorrow,
about the or tomorrow. Yeah,
you keep
Pittsburgh plays.
putting us in a time
Pittsburgh
vortex.
plays the Ravens. You know what I mean? There's going to be some movement there. Um, if the Texans win, they could jump up. It's a different kind of story in the AFC for sure.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs still, if they win, they still have about a 50% chance to get in the playoffs, which means they could win out and still have a chance. Usually when it's in the 30%, 40, that's usually need a lot of help. Usually when it's 50 or higher, it's still controlled based on you. So yeah, we'll see, man. Chargers could take a dip. All I'm saying is the Broncos, you better handle business today. If Las Vegas decides to get you, oh man, there's some stuff that changes. Because
Right.
then if the Chargers do win, now they are a 9-win team, and the furthest isn't the 11 wins. Broncos really have an opportunity to separate themselves from the pack today. So
Very good. Very good. Well said. Hey, I've got some breaking news. I have the college football playoff brackets. I
mm.
have who's playing who in the first round. Would you like to know who
Is
was
it
left out?
tentative? I just want to know who's left out. Yeah, because we got to
Notre
get going.
Dame has been left out.
Okay.
Texas, Texas has been left out. You
I
know who they
figured.
left in? You know who these idiots left in? Alabama gets to play in the college football playoffs.
Uh,
Are you kidding me? Meanwhile, Texas, who just beat Texas A&M, is on the outside looking in. And to me, that's a travesty because they will always find a way to sneak Alabama into these playoffs after getting duck rolled just 2 days ago or last night. I mean, they got mollywopped. They got embarrassed. They got ran off the field. And somehow the Crimson Tide end up in the playoffs. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Texas is sitting at home. I guess the logic here is play cream puffs all year. Don't play anybody because it doesn't
absolutely.
matter. Don't play anybody.
Absolutely.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'm going to be upfront, honest. I said this would happen in our chat room. The fact that Alabama is in and Texas is out is a travesty. It's disgusting.
This is what people wanted. This is what
It's
people wanted.
awful.
I miss the BCS.
All right, so here's the winners that don't have to play. Indiana doesn't have to play. Ohio State doesn't have to play after just losing their Big Ten championship game. Georgia doesn't have to play. Texas Tech does not have to play. James Madison plays Oregon. The winner will play Texas Tech. Oregon will play Texas Tech, I would imagine. Alabama plays Oklahoma. The winner will play Indiana. Woo! Alabama, Oregon. Alabama should get their asses whooped because they don't belong in these playoffs. Let's go Oklahoma. Tulane has to play Ole Miss without their head coach. The winner will go to Georgia to be the sacrifice. Miami plays Texas A&M. That to me is probably the best game of that first round. The winner of that game plays Ohio State. What are your thoughts?
Man, I don't keep up with college too much. I do watch the playoff football games. I'm not a fan of the college playoff for these reasons, but the same reasons other people were upset with the BCS. Man, Texas should have been in. That's the main thing I'm going to say. I think that the whole lose early should have mattered. You know what I mean? And yeah, who they lost to was just games on their end. It wasn't really because they were good, but to knock off A&M is a big feat. This is why I think some of the championships games should matter as well. They should be taken into account because yeah, you're right. These teams just lost, and oh yeah, we still get to go. It's almost as bad as a participation trophy. You still have an entry, but it's okay. You can lose the championship game. Maybe that's why Ohio State didn't care because they're going
See,
anyway. So
I understand Ohio State. That was a great game yesterday, and both teams competed. Alabama got ran out the building. They got ran out of the building. They got
they knew
dog
they were
walked
going in. Maybe
out
they
of
knew they were
Atlanta.
going in. Maybe they knew they were going in.
It's, come on, Oklahoma, do the right thing and beat the shit out of Alabama for everybody. Do it for
Well, let's
everybody.
get going, man. These games are
All
about
right,
to
let's
start.
go. It's game day. Thanks to allaccessfootball.com. Thanks to FanStream Sports, our new partner. Thanks to B. Frank, Brandon Franklin, and New Era Media for putting our show out. Nui, it was great having you today. Lo, it's been a blast as always. We will see y'all Tuesday. Keep those chains moving, folks. Can't believe they let Alabama in that game.
This is what they wanted. College playoff.